Dan Smith and Resmondo for you. And DeDonatis started things off with a home run. And that brings up Greg Connell. And Greg Connell drawing a walk.
Draws the base on ball, so now there's a runner on board and stepping into the box. It'll be the big first baseman playing out of King, North Carolina, B.J. Falk.
So one on, nobody out. Here's B.J. Falk.
B.J., a three-time All-World Team member, the co-MVP of the 2009 Conference USSSA.
B.J. Falk off the wall.
And last from B.J.
And Connell comes in to score.
It stays in the park, but it's a two-bagger and it drives home Connell to make it a 2-0 game. So still nobody out, and now stepping into the box, it'll be the middle infielder, number 4, Bryson Baker. Bryson, a 6-time All-World Team member, a 6-time World Series champion. He'll look to add to the tour.
Bryson Baker. B.J. Falk coming in to score.
Back up the middle for Bryson Baker. He brings in B.J. Falk. It is now a 3-0 lead. And now stepping into the box, it'll be the additional hitter, number 3. He is a USSSA Hall of Famer. He is a World Series MVP. He is Jeff Wallace.
And so Jeff Wallace getting set to check into the box. Resmondo's up 3-0. Dan Smith will bat in the bottom of the first. Gino Buck, the pitcher. And Wallace drawing a walk.
And Jeff Wallace takes the base on ball, so now 2 on and nobody out for the pitcher. The only man to be a 2-time World Series MVP, Andy Purcell.
Andy Purcell popped up into right field. This should be out number 1, and it is. Baker will tag and advance as Andy Purcell is retired.
Both runners advance. Baker at third, Wallace at second. One out for Brian Rainwater. Brian, the 2007
And Purcell obviously not happy with his bat.
in 06, the outstanding offensive player in 09.
And you'd be leery if you're a garbage can. You just heard it. That's the beauty of our microphones. So popped up. Out number 2. Rainwater retired.
And J.D. Genter, the quick break, the nice stretch.
I've heard about Andy Purcell that if you're a garbage can, you don't stand a chance in the dugout.
And stepping into the box, it'll be the third baseman, the co-MVP in the 2009 World Series, Hall of Famer Dennis Ruley.
So Ruley at the plate. 2 quick outs back-to-back after Resmondo scoring 3. Baker's still on third. It's really a gorgeous night here in Central Florida's Ruley. Cranks this one. What a grab. The throw over to first. Not in time. It'll score a run. As Bryson Baker comes in to score.
Infield single, Genter, nice job to pick it up with no chance to get Dennis. Credit with the RBI. Baker comes in to score. It's 4-0. 2 outs and 2 on. Now stepping into the box.
And Bobby Hughes at the plate.
All-World team member from Jonesboro, Arkansas, Bobby Hughes.
Dan Smith, we've told you they've won their last 3 in a row against Resmondo. Bobby Hughes into left field, and that one's going to fall. Wallace is going to score.
And that's an RBI single left field.
Ruley over to second.
Wallace trots home with the 5th run of the inning. 2 on and 2 outs. And now stepping into the box.
5-0.
And will enter the USSSA Hall of Fame at the upcoming National Convention. A 5-time All-World team member, Howie Krause.
We have our A crew here on the home plate camera with Matt O'Hara running it. And an update. The Gators are winning 7-0, so that's good news all around here. I know a couple of you out there watching may not be Gator fans, and right now I'm okay with that because I wasn't real happy with Southern California in the decade of the 2000s either as they were dominating. So any hatred towards Florida is appreciated because it apparently means that we're winning. Bases loaded. Scott Stravel at the plate. There's Ruley on third. 5-0 Resmondo early. No love lost between these two teams. On the ground, gloved, scoop, inning over. Resmondo scores 5. Leadoff home run for Don DiDonatis. And as we head to the bottom of the first, it's Resmondo leading 5-0.
Hey, this is Brett Helmer with Easton Sports.
Hi, I'm Brian Wegman with Easton Sports.
Getting ready to drop some bombs with the 09 Easton Bat Line.
The truth is, there is a difference.
The difference is Easton. The truth is, I hit bombs.
Resmondo Sports is backed with nearly 300 USSSA men's B, A, and AA World Tournament wins, in addition to the record-breaking 5-time USSSA Men's Major World Championships. This weekend only, Resmondo Sports is offering the High Performance
Composite Bat Combo of the Year. You can pick up a Worth World Series Edition Resmondo Titan and the 2011 Worth Resmondo Duo for the World Series exclusive price of $4.99 when you buy both. To take advantage, see a Resmondo Sports representative at Disney or log on to ResmondoSports.com and use the promo code WSEDUO.
They've taken the field, the defensive lineman for Resmondo, Porcello, and Wallace behind the plate. Infield, Krause at first, and at second. Rubio at third, Dedonatis at short. The outfield, the left fielder, Brian Rainwater, the center fielder, Bobby Hughes, Scott Strickland right. Bryson Baker, the middle infielder, now into the box. It'll be the left fielder, number 12, Brian Wegman. Brian, the goal of the 08 World Series, the outstanding offensive player in the 2009 conference. He'll lead things off here for Dan Smith. That's a foul ball on the final strike, so Wegman retired. And now stepping into the box will be the second baseman, number 44.
Wegman fouls out.
A Hall of Famer from Cicero, New York.
A nasty knuckleball.
And since the World
And
Series
here's Brett Helmer.
premiered at beautiful Disney, nobody has hit it better than Brett Helmer. Currently, Brett's
And
at 82
one of the all-time great gentlemen here, Brett Helmer.
He'll look to get that total here.
And Helmer, is this one gone? It is.
And look at that, Brett Helmer does it again. Brett Helmer, a solo home run. That's his 6th of this World Series. It makes it a 5-1 game, and it brings up the center fielder, Rick Baker. Rick, the 4-time
Jimmer Brown's
All-World
commenting on our
record in the
Facebook.com
2003
page
series.
that he's thinking this is going to be the best game yet, and it might be.
All
Rick
to
Baker
the man they call
at the
Spike
plate.
from West Harrison, Indiana.
Resmondo trying to snap the losing streak. And Rick Baker drawing a walk.
And there's a base on balls for Rick Baker. And so now with a 1 on and 1 out stepping into the box, it'll be the third baseman. Number the 2007 All-World team, J.D. Genter. Fly ball.
Get him, Andy! Get him, Andy!
Fly ball to deep right center field. Running it down is Scott Striebel. Scott's been one of the best for a long time, and he shows the ability to cover the big green there. Now 2 outs.
So 2 out, and
moves to second and stepping into
Ryan
the box.
Thiede
It'll be the first baseman
coming to the plate.
44, Ryan Thiede.
If you can't tell, we're having a great night at the ballpark. Great crowd, great crew. We brought our best for this night with Paul O'Leary on that home plate camera. There's the crowd filing in after a long day out playing. I heard a couple were out with Rachel at City Walk last night. Thiede, I think he got under that one. Striebel is going to camp under it in a disappointing bottom of the first, with Dan Smith scoring only a run. That brings us to the second inning here at Disney. Resmondo's lead is 4.
It's a 5-1 lead for the visitors. Resmondo. Duo at the top of the second, and at the top of their order, Deaconess, Canal, and Paul.
USSSA is the largest multi-sport athletic association in the world. Headquartered in beautiful Osceola County, Florida, USSSA has now grown to 3.7 million members, competing in 14 sanctioned sports. From fast-pitch softball, basketball, taekwondo, and golf to being one of the largest youth baseball programs in the country, USSSA has a sport for you. Log on to USSSA.com to find out how you can take part.
Play the best and play USSSA.
Hey, this is Brett Helmer with Easton Sports.
I'm Brian Wegman with Easton Sports.
Getting ready to drop some bombs with the 09 Easton Bat Line.
The truth is, there is a difference.
The difference is Easton. The truth is, I hit bombs.
So stepping in to lead things off will be the shortstop, number 3, Don DiDonatis.
Mason, what'd you do?
The solo
Mason!
in the first.
What did you
He's
do?
put together a great World Series. He's got 6 home runs. He is 8 out of 10.
DiDonatis, can he hit a second home run? That's the question. We've already seen him hit one. And DiDonatis drawing a walk.
And now stepping into the box will be the second baseman, Greg Canal.
Sharply hit ball for Canal. Second for one. The relay throw back to first
Canal with the
is
ground ball to third.
a little late.
Jenner,
J.D.
the
Jenner
nice
making the play at third.
Fires to second to get the force on DiDonatis. Credit. Now with the fielder's choice for 1 out. And now stepping in the box, B.J. Falk.
And here's B.J. Falk.
So we'll take a moment for Homer to gather himself. The hard, clean takeout slide at second. We've got 1 on and 1 out. The scheduled hitter, BJ Falk.
Helmer being examined. It seems that the trainer is no longer necessary. She'll head back to the first base dugout. Can hear down there in the background Stafford, one of our camera extraordinaires. He's on the mic. We have a microphone in the Resmondo dugout tonight. More because we have a microphone in the third base dugout like we've had the entire game, so that's the reason behind it. If Dan Smith was at third base, it would be in their dugout. This gets us close to the field. It gets you some of the sights and sounds as BJ Falk hits this one into the night. Tack on two more.
And BJ Falk, a two-run blast. Canal comes in to score at 7-1. One out, bases cleared for the middle infielder, Bryson Baker.
I wonder whether Stafford's got any usable pictures so far.
He's now 10 out of 13 in this World Series.
Of course, he helps put together the USSSA today. A magazine you can at least subscribe to. Not sure how that comes about. Here's Bryson Baker. And the crowd continuing to pour in, the Busch Light continuing to flow. And Bryson Baker into left field, and Wegman caught that on a hop.
And that diving line drive just fine to the grass. Short hop smothered by Wegman, but in with the base knock is Bryson Baker. So the tap spin gets him aboard, and it brings up the Hall of Famer catcher number 30.
Hey, Vince!
Jeff Wallace.
Vince! Got any kind of spray?
Jeff Wallace
Thank you, Vince. Thank you, Flay.
will come to the plate.
Tony, you have no idea what's going on right now on this field. You got to listen to the story later. This motherfucker walked through our BP. And then he got on the old scout today.
Jeff Wallace.
Wow!
That was the shot.
Facebook!
And there's a solid single for Jeff Wallace. He is now 12 out of 13 in this World Series. A Hall of Famer getting it done. 2 on, 1 out, and into the box.
2 on, 1 out.
Hall of Famer, the pitcher, and the Purcell.
I sold 13 the first hour. I've been watching the whole game. I just seen you go up there. Cheryl.
Purcell drawing the walk.
Hey, Randy, let's go, Big Ben! Show them why your name's there, baby. Show them how you got to catch it to play the game. Let's go. Walk-a-thon, let's go.
Line out for Rainwater. 2 away. You're hearing sounds from a fired up Travis Resmondo, I believe. And of course, with that being a wireless mic, sometimes it does cut in and out. Dennis Ruley at the plate. But we try to get a microphone planted the entire game with our third base camera. I want you guys to hear the sounds of the game. We'd like to have as many microphones as they do on ESPN. It's just not a viable option at this point. Rolling down the line. This is going to be extra bases. Bobby Hughes into the left field corner. That's going to be 2 more. Howie Krause, I got a chance to talk to him yesterday for his Hall of Fame induction. Certainly that's new content that we will add to the USSSA slow pitch softball site. Some of those Hall of Fame induction videos that we have. And they're out to talk to Gino Buck. It's 11-1. And by the way, it's 14-0 Florida in the lead. And Howie Krause drawing a walk.
Number 44, Scott Strebel.
Scott Strebel. Strebel with a hot shot into right field, and it's 12-1.
It's now a 7-run inning, a 12-1 lead. We'll go back to the top of the order for the shortstop, Don DiDonatis III.
DiDonatis has made it 13-1. And so far, not the game that we had expected. We'll see whether Dan Smith gets back, and look out here. A little jibber jabber. And this is certainly not what we hope for or we expect. All this certainly unnecessary. And certainly a shame to see. John Rector with some unnecessary words as he walks away. And at the end of the day, you just really hope that we'll just get a chance to watch softball. And in some ways, I might be surprised that there's not some ejections here. So after some childish activities, we're back to play. Certainly we told you bad blood, but at the end of the day, these two teams really just need to play softball. Sometimes they just say shut up and play, and that's what we like to see.
All right, so order is restored.
You certainly would think that the words
We've got runners at the corners with 2 outs. Stepping into the box, it'll be the second base.
could certainly be proven more directly with actions. And the good news, we're back to play. Connell popped up. Robbins, no chance. 3-run home run. Remember, Dan Smith has won 3 in a row against Resmondo, including 2 out of those 3 being a run rule, and maybe Resmondo thinking about returning the favor. They've scored 11 here in the top of the second. And David, to answer your question what the fuss is about, I'm not sure. B.J. Falk into right field.
And with the base hit, the hot smash gets through right. So we got a runner forward with 2 outs. And that'll bring up the middle infielder, Bryson Baker. Bryson already 2 out of 2 in the ball game.
Bryson Baker off the wall.
And Bryson lines that one off the wall on the left. It's a double. Moved to third. 2 on, 2 outs for Jeff Wallace.
Jeff Wallace, 2 in scoring position, 2 out, 11 in. Certainly not the start that Dan Smith had envisioned. On the ground, this should do it. Throw over to first in time, side retired, but a profitable and certainly, to say the least, an interesting second inning. We'll hope that that's the end of all the nonsense. As far as the extra jibber jabber, we head to the bottom of the second, 16-1 our score. It's Resmondo in the lead.
Hey, this is Brett Helmer with Easton Sports.
I'm Brian Wegman with Easton Sports.
Getting ready to drop some bombs with the 09 Easton Bat Line.
The truth is, there is a difference.
The difference is Easton. The truth is, I hit bombs.
All right, so Gino Buck is going to lead things off.
Leading things off, the pitcher, number 34, Gino Buck.
And Buck on the first pitch, fouling this one away into the stands. Bottom of the second, Dan Smith looking to cut into this lead. A 15-run Resmondo lead. Certainly a surprising start, as Buck is going to fly out.
And the fly ball to right field gathered by Scott Striegel. That's 3 straight putouts for Billy the Kid in right. And that'll bring up the catcher, number 41, Denny Ryan.
Base hit for Denny Crine. Crine doing a nice job there with all the extracurricular activities of trying to get everybody back on the page of playing softball.
Jeremy playing out of Lofty, Kansas.
And here's Jeremy Eisenhower. Had some comments earlier that he certainly belonged to be on the all-tournament team based on his stats. Got a cold strike there. And Eisenhower down the right field line. That's a fair ball.
And there is a double to right field for Jeremy Eisenhower. So runners are at second and third. There is only one out. And now stepping into the box, it'll be the right fielder, Ryan Robbins.
Psycho Ryan Robbins. And Robbins drawing a walk, and the bases are loaded.
And that is a base on balls for Rhino. So the sacks are loaded, still just one out. And that'll bring up the slick fielding shortstop, number 21, Brett McCollum.
Back up the middle, Brett McCullum with a base hit, and here comes Dan Smith scoring 2 runs as they start to work their way back in this ball game.
Eisenhower in the score at 16-3. Runners in the corners with 1 out. Now we'll go back to the top of the order for the power hitting left fielder, Brian Wegman.
what a glove. Wegman retired.
And Wegman with the line shot, but Dennis Ruley there to snare it. Runners hold down 2 outs.
And the shift is on for Brett Helmer. Into right field. And tacks on another.
Is an RBI single for Helmer. Coming in to score is Ryan Robbins. It's 16-4. Runners are now at the corners for Rick Baker.
And Rick Baker bounces into a fielder's choice.
And Baker's ground ball fielded by Cannell. They flip to the bag to get the force on Helmer, and that'll retire the side. So Dan Smith gets 3 here in the second. They get those 3 runs on 4 hits. They strand a couple. We played 2, and it's the visitors.
So it's 16-4, our score.
It's 16-4 as we head to the top of the third and due up for Sell, Rainwater, and Rule.
Hey, this is Brett Helmer with Easton Sports.
I'm Brian Wegman with Easton Sports.
Getting ready to drop some bombs with the 09 Easton bat line.
The truth is, there is a difference.
The difference is Easton. The truth is, I hit bombs.
Stepping into the box to lead things off, Hall of Famer Andy Purcell.
Andy Purcell will lead things off. And Purcell looking for a home run. Deep and gone.
And it is gone. Andy Purcell. Solo home run left. And that makes it 17-4, nobody out. And now into the box, Brian Rainwater.
That brings up Rainwater. Rainwater retired. Mike Weston mentioning on our site, facebook.com, if Dan Smith's to get back in this, they need to limit the output here in the third. Still plenty of time, and Dan Smith, of course, is the home team.
Stepping into the box, number 9, Dennis Ruley.
Ruley at the plate, nobody aboard. And one out. Should be out number 2. Ruley's retired.
And Ruley with the ground ball up the middle of the there to Gumlin. Jeremy Eisenhower from the Fires across the knee. 2 outs, and now stepping into the box, the center fielder, Bob Hughes.
Bobby Hughes with a 2-out base hit.
And that's a base knock for Bobby Hughes to left. The 2-out single will give Bobby Krause a chance.
Dennis, what you're asking, is there no rule in U-Trip about 2 players wearing the same number? And no, I don't believe there is. Everybody could wear 23 if they wanted. And if you're the scoreboard operator and you're putting up pictures of the players here in Champion Stadium, as there's been for all these teams playing in the major, it can complicate things a little bit. Guess you can look down and see what their face looks like and maybe try to ration it out, as this one is going to be hit by B.J. Falk for a base hit. Crowd continuing to pour in. The Busch Light, our presenting sponsor, continuing to flow. And we're glad you're with us wherever you are. Thanks for making us a part of your evening. Hopefully all the extracurricular activities are done, and we're here to play softball now. 17-4 in the top of the 3rd with 2 in scoring position. And number 44, Scott Strebel. The 2 premier teams in the sport doing battle. And Strebel on the ground. Oh, an error by Helmer, and this is going to cost him 2. That should have been out number 3.
So that one shoots through the wickets. Strebel the board. 2 runs in the score. And then on the throw in, Ryan Beatty inadvertently struck. Claus letting gather himself. Let's hope he's okay.
Trying to check out Helmer, make sure he's all right. And here we go again, Junior, the leadoff hitter, at the plate. Ioannidis. That's gone.
That's his second home run of the ball game. He drives home Scott Striegel and he makes the error hurt. So 2 more come across.
Brian Purnell asking, so it'll be back to 4 major teams next year. And right now, that's the rumor. Of course, all the rosters have not been finalized. But right now, that is what our understanding is, that it's a distinct possibility. And to left. Base hit for Cannell. Look at Matt O'Hara chiming in. Becoming a fan of USSSA slow pitch softball. Joining the conversation, BJ Falk. At the plate, 2 outs. Got a feeling we may not see Rick Roberts in this game. He's on a stool right now, watching the game.
BJ, a free pass puts runners at first and second, 2 outs. And now stepping into the box, it'll be Bryson Baker.
So it's 21-4. Not the game we expected thus far. And so the base is loaded, and this is not a good situation. Jeff Wallace coming to the plate. And he can hit it just about as far as anyone. And Dan Smith apparently wants to talk it over. The conference being broken up. Gino Buck. Trying to get ready to see what he can do to deal with Jeff Wallace. Wallace to third. The side is retired. Resmondo tacking on 5 in the third. It's 21-4, our score. Dan Smith needing to work a comeback.
up Gino Buck.
Outs quickly here in the bottom of the third. 21-4, Resmondo in the lead as Gino Buck comes to the plate. We still have one more game for you. One you can't wait for. It's going to be a good one. Team Combat taking on the Fence Brokers.
And Gino Buck with the 2-out base hit to right. So now 1 out and 2 outs for the catcher, Denny Fry.
Denny Crine. Should be out number 3. No, this one's starting to carry. Strebel back against the wall, and it's gone for a home run.
Takes it out of here over the right field wall. It's a 2-run shot. And that'll make it 21-6. Now the base is cleared. 2 outs into the box. Central infielder Jeremy Eisenhower.
21-6. Eisenhower. And caught by Strebel. Inning over. Only 2 for Dan Smith there in the third. It's 21-6. Our score. Men's Major presented by Busch Light. Well, unfortunately, this is ceasing to become a ball game pretty quickly here. We're at the top of the fourth. Purcell with a leadoff home run. It's 22-6. Lineups just coming through for Combat and Fence Brokers. Got one more game. Maybe we can talk about that because there hasn't been much to talk about in this ball game so far. The 11 runs, second inning, the difference. Jason Kendrick is going to lead off for Combat. They have Johnny McCross second, Vince Bisbee third, Dill, Seth Stevens, Formosa, Granados, Casey, Cena, and Billy Messina for Combat Laser Vision. And of course, we'll take your predictions on Facebook.com. Fence Brokers, Tim Howard, John Glidewell, Reggie Schulte, Zach Keene, Chris Walker, Perry Hensley, Tim Bowser, Roel Cardenas, Chad Walker, Joey Urbanik, and Joey Tongas. Rick Lilly already adding that he's going to take Team Combat over Fence Brokers. Going for the Maryland connection on Team Combat, and Brian agreeing with that. Log on to Facebook.com, search in the top line USSSA Slow Pitch Softball, and you can become a fan. We've added almost 1,000 in just a week of it being in existence. Maybe when we come in next year, we'll have 5,000-6,000 fans. It starts to catch on. Ruley drawing a walk. Gators have scored again. It's 21-0. Might be time to change that game. Find out what's happening in some of the other games around the country. Bobby Hughes at the plate. Gino Buck could use something just to try to get his team's momentum. Maybe a double play, maybe a line out, something to get things going for Dan Smith. They've scored only 6 runs so far. A run in the first, 3 in the second, 2 in the third. Resmondo 5 in the first, 11 in the second, 5 in the third. And they're going to tack on another run here in the fourth. (23-6). Rick Lilly wants to give a shout out to Maryland's Class C women's team, She Bangs. They just won the winner's bracket final. Hopeful that they'll bring it home as Howie Krause is going to line out. And Brandon Dunn says he hates to agree with Mr. Lilly, but he does agree. Team Combat over Fence Brokers. That should be a tremendous game coming up next. Scott Strebel at the plate. Trying my first chicken finger from Papa John's. I'm not sure that's going to be. But the dining here at Disney is kind of a CSC, if you speak of Spanish. As you see Strebel draw a walk. So the key is to bring in some outside food, especially for your wallet.
So the base on calls, Scott Strebel will load him up. And the man at the plate has been hot. It's Don.
Base is loaded. Don DiDonatis at the plate. 3 for 3, 4 runs batted in. He's going for 8. That one's going to go foul.
And that one drifts foul. Donnie will have 1 strike left to work with.
And the chicken finger from Papa John's, not bad. Chicken strip, I'm told. Want to make sure everything's accurate. Pitch is inside. Chopped on the ground. And another error made on the infield. DiDonatis is going to hustle into second. Picking up 2 more RBIs.
It just scoots through, so credit him with the 2-run double. Coming in to score are Ruley and Hughes. Streeble the third. So now it's a 4-run inning, and we'll go to the second baseman, Greg Cannell.
Frank Williams wants to give a shout out to the Nighthawks softball in Chicago and to all of his quote unquote bros, as Cannell is going to tag the bag for the second out on softball fans.
And that one grounded to first. A nice play by Ryan Feedy. The runners hold. Cannell retired, and it brings up B.J. Falk.
And B.J. Falk is going to walk to load the bases. Frank Williams adding in a comment on the who will win the next contest between Tim Combat and Fence Brokers, mentioning that he thought Fence Brokers looked broke after their beating they took by Resmondo last night. Well, Resmondo continuing to pour it on. They were run ruled by Dan Smith 2 out of the last 3 times these two teams faced at the conference championship. And they're trying to return the favor tonight. Is this a grand slam? It is.
Bryson Baker, straight away center field. It's just like Christmas. Everybody's coming home. A grand slam, home run, and an 8-run fourth. That'll make it 29-6, and it'll bring up Jeff Wallace.
So it's 29-6, and now Dan Smith is in danger of being run ruled. Of course, it's very possible that these two teams could meet again. tomorrow morning at 11. You can get up, have a leisurely breakfast, go to church, get some prayer time in. Better be an early mass or early service. The game is at 11 a.m. Wallace is going to fly out inning over. Resmondo scoring 8. Dan Smith needs a gigantic inning. It's 23 runs, the differential, as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Resmondo Sports is backed with nearly 300 USSSA men's B, A, and AA World Tournament wins, in addition to the record-breaking 5-time USSSA Men's Major World Championships. This weekend only, Resmondo Sports is offering the High Performance Composite Bat Combo of the Year. You can pick up a Worth World Series Edition Resmondo Titan and the 2011 Worth Resmondo Duo for the World Series exclusive price of $4.99 when you buy both. To take advantage, see a Resmondo Sports representative at Disney or log on to ResmondoSports.com and use the promo code WSEDUO.
His own picture. That's a 2-run shot to right center field, and that will make it a 29-8 game. Nobody out. We go to the top of the order for Brian Wegman.
How about that? Brett McCullum hit his own pitcher. This is Wegman at the plate. And it appears Dan Smith, they're fired up. What a good start for them.
And Brian Wegman makes it back-to-back.
3 up, 3 in.
And so that will make it a 29-9 game.
And now Dan Smith 1 run away from extending this game. Jack wants to give a shout out to Marilyn Mojo watching the ball game tonight. Enjoying a Busch Light. Helmer, is this one going to make it over both walls? Gone. How about that for a statement?
That'll make it 29-10, his second home run of the game. And that'll bring up the center fielder, Rick Baker.
So we'll play the 5th. That we know. So 4 runs in. Is this the start of something big? Rick Baker just missed that one.
So there is one away. And now stepping into the box will be the third baseman, J.D. Genter.
J.D. Genter. Back-to-back flats to right field.
Over right field by J.D. Genter. Scott Striebel can't make the turn again. So now 2 outs, and it brings up first baseman Ryan Feedy.
Ryan Thiede. Get on out.
That's gone if it's fair.
Over towards Lori Timmons' automobile.
Ryan Feedy, a blast to right field. Another no-doubter for the lefties in the dance.
We've already had one of our crew hit.
And that's a 5-run inning. It's now 29.
Good man Chris, who's down at third base. That's the corner where I park my car as well. Gino Buck. Now we're giving shout outs. Glenn Davis wants to give a shout out to Team Impact, First State Assassins, into his board bros on Delaware Softball Talk.
Gino Buck in the box.
So hello, Glenn and Team Impact. My best friend hails from Delaware. It's going to be the side, but a productive inning, nonetheless. Dan Smith scoring 5. It's 29-11. We head to the 5th at ESPN's Wide World of Sports.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, one of the unique nuances of softball. As we move to the 5th inning, after 5 innings, the 15-run rule is in effect. But if entering the 5th inning, the visitors lead by more than 15, the 2 teams do what's called a flip-flop. And so just like that, Resmondo will become the home team. Dan Smith will become the visiting team. They will need to cut this deficit to less than 15 to continue, so they'll need 4 to extend the inning. We are now in the top of the 5th, and into the box is Denny Crime.
Flip-flop rule in effect. As we mentioned before, Resmondo had lost 3 in a row to Dan Smith, including 2 run rules. And now Resmondo's 3 outs away from returning the favor. This looks like it could be number 1. And it is. Crine flying out. Be sure to stay with us. I'm sure we're going to have a good ball game in our next one. Team Combat taking on Fence Brokers. Jeremy Eisenhower. That's a good start for Dan Smith. They need 5 just to have Resmondo bat in the bottom of the 5th.
For the right fielder, Ryan Robbins. Robbins has been aboard in both of his plate appearances.
Psycho Ryan Robbins. Not good. Robbins now number 2. And Resmondo 1 out away from being 1 game away from their 6th title.
So now 2 outs as the ball off is pulled in by Howie Cross. Dan Smith down to the last moment, stepping into the box, the shortstop, Brett McCall.
This should do it. The toss, the tag, Resmondo victorious. They move on. It's a final here, 29-11. They'll shake hands after the game. And we'll see whether we see these 2 teams battle tomorrow morning at 11. Dan Smith is going to have to play at least 1 more game.
They played 11 in the 2nd inning. They take it 29-11, and so they are now just 1 win away from a repeat World Series championship. Resmondo advances to the championship game. That will come tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Dan Smith, they hold a 3-1 in this World Series. Far from done. They'll play at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, and they will play against the winner of the upcoming game between Fence Brokers and Team Combat. So congratulations to Resmondo as they move to 4-0. Once again for Dan Smith, they'll be back at 9 a.m. tomorrow to play the opening game of Championship Sunday. They'll face the winner of the upcoming Fence Brokers Combat game. And for all of you with us here in the stadium, don't go anywhere. We've got one more great softball game coming your way. It'll be the other 2 teams in the final 4. It'll be Fence Brokers Game Time Supply.
Standing by, we're going to try to grab some post-game interviews.
Attaboy.
we go. Thank you, buddy. I was singing for a minute. Hang on, where we going? I'll do a karaoke. Leave me. Give me a walkie, give me a walkie. I need a walkie. Walkie. Walkie.
What? Thank you, Bernie. I'm here down on the field here at Champion Stadium with Jeff Wallace. Jeff, thank you for being with us. How do you think you played in that game?
As a team, we were awesome. It was top to bottom team effort. I left a couple guys on, and the guy behind me picked me up. The guy in front of me picked me up. I mean, it was all team. We struggled playing into this tournament, so it was a big win for us.
Yeah, you've had a tough time, I noticed, and that was a bit hairy for a few moments there, so it must be great to feel like, you know, you've got somewhere with it. Now, how do you feel about the next game?
Well, I don't think we're going to look past anybody right now, so, you know, we're going to worry about who's ever in front of us tomorrow. We're not going to think ahead, and whoever it is, if we go out and do our job, I like our chances.
Great. Any kind of personal moments for you that you liked in this game that were relevant for you?
I like the almost fight thing. That's sort of fun.
All right, well, Jeff, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. And now we're going to move over to Don Dinonitis Jr., who's here. Donnie, good to see you.
How you doing?
How do you think you played in that game?
We came out and did what we really wanted to do. We wanted to jump out on front. You know, we've been jumping out in the first couple innings really well, so that was kind of our game plan going in. And fortunate enough, we kind of did what we've been doing the whole tournament. We jumped out on front, and we really played a great game.
Yeah, you had some good home runs there, I noticed. I see you've been having a good string of them lately. How do you feel about those?
Yeah, just one of them things, kind of getting the ball in the air, and this park's kind of set up for left-handers, where if you can get it in the air down the line, it plays pretty short. So just been fortunate right now to have that swing going. Hopefully I can have one more day tomorrow and do it.
Are you excited about the next game?
We can't wait. So we play all year for, hit all year, work out all year, kind of all boils down to tomorrow. So definitely looking forward to it, excited.
Great stuff. Well, thank you very much for your time, Donnie.
Appreciate it.
Have a good night. And now, Bernie, back to you.